Well, right now, let's turn to some breaking news. This one out of the UK. The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says the UK has secured a deal to leave the European Union by the end of the month. Right now, he's on his way to Brussels to ink the agreement with other leaders. And for more, let's bring in Renee Filippone, who's watching developments for us today out of the London Bureau. So, Renee, good morning to you. Talk to us about Boris Johnson here. What's he saying about this deal?
Well, Michael, it's been this constant will they or won't they with leaks and sources saying things look promising or there's sticking points. And then finally this morning we get a tweet from Prime Minister Boris Johnson announcing an agreement has been reached. And in that tweet, he wrote, "We got a great new deal that takes back control. Now Parliament should get Brexit done on Saturday." Now, we need to be clear about what this deal is and what it isn't. It's an agreement between negotiators in the EU and the UK on a new withdrawal plan. And at this point, no details have been released about how it's different from the previous one or how it will deal with issues like the Irish border. So later today, the 27 EU leaders will be in Brussels and they will vote on this deal. We know the president of the European Commission is recommending an endorsement. But because of the time crunch they've been dealing with, we're being told this is more of a political declaration than any sort of technical agreement. And details will likely still need to be hammered out. But many EU leaders are frustrated with this whole process. We've heard in the past from French President Emmanuel Macron many times, this has been dragging on for more than 3 years. And they really see it as a British political problem now. But the question is, will Johnson be able to get this passed in Parliament?
Well, let's talk about that, because even if Johnson and the other EU leaders agree to a deal, what exactly happens next?
Well, it's unclear if he actually has the support of MPs here in the UK. There is a rare sitting scheduled on Saturday to vote on it. And this morning, the Prime Minister suffered a major setback when the Irish Democratic Unionist Party, or the DUP, sent out this tweet saying they have been involved with ongoing discussions about the new deal, but they can't support what is being suggested. The main issue for them, again, is how these goods and customs will work on the Irish island once Brexit happens. Now, none of the players want to see a hard border, and we're hearing from the DUP following Johnson's announcement that what he's saying today doesn't change that. They still have issues with it, and he needs their votes to get anything through Parliament. And if a deal can't be reached by Saturday, the Prime Minister is now required by law to request yet another extension past the October 31st deadline, something he has been very clear since the beginning he doesn't want to do. Michael?
Renee, thank you for that. We will speak again this morning. Our Renee Filippone in London.